we are. Well, hello everybody. This is going to be fun tonight. Welcome to Kenknowsgambling. This is my weekly paycheck show. And we're live. It's Thursday about 8 o'clock at night. So I'm going to do, as soon as I get this computer right, I'm going to do a little paycheck, and then I'm going to do some talking. Now, I have to preface all this stuff, man. I really do. Because I'm going to tell some things, and it's probably going to hurt some people's feelings, and I don't mean it to. And one thing that you have to understand, anybody listening to this, I know most people will see this after it's live. I'm not attacking any person, their morals, their integrity, their motherhood, their fatherhood, them as a person. A lot of things that I'm going to say, I'm going to just group as a general rule. And then I've got a couple things. I know John over at Pro Craps, sometimes he goes, "Oh, Ken's here." Well, I'm talking to you, and I know he was upset. Me and Dylan have sort of been ringing him a little bit, but, and when I do talk about John, it's with all love. I think he's one of the best people. We were texting today, and we were talking a little bit about what I'm going to say tonight, and he asked me a question. He says, "Do you think I'm greedy?" Well, I'm just thinking of craps. I'm not thinking about John as a person, right? And I said, well, yeah, sometimes I think you are. Because of some of his aggressive play. And then he texts me back. He said, "Well, then you don't know me." And I said, "I think I know you pretty well. But let me say this. Maybe greedy is a strong word, but how about a little bit too aggressive on play?" So that let me think that he for a brief moment thought I was attacking him, because he's not a greedy person. He's a very, very loving, caring, generous person. But keep in mind, when I'm talking tonight, it's about craps, or it's about gambling, some of the habits that we get into or whatnot. It's not about people. It's not about their who they are as a person. It's about gambling moves, gambling ideology, gambling. That's it. Now, some people may get offended, and I don't want you to. If it resonates, just listen. If you think I'm talking to you, well, more than likely I probably am. But that being said, and I'm just doing this off the cuff too, so I'm trying to slow down so I can get my thoughts together. One thing we all have to realize: this is gambling, okay? Gambling. And in its core, now hear me, gambling sucks. Gambling is borderline freaking evil. Okay? If we all spent as much time and energy and wealth to do other things other than gambling, the world probably would be a better freaking place. Okay? And another thing, most gamblers, not all gamblers, because there's some people that can go with $1,000, $2,000. They don't give a shit whether they win or lose. It's meaningless to them. If they win, they can stop, they can go see shows, and gambling is just a very big entertainment thing for them. But then on the other hand, most gamblers, what are we trying to accomplish? And I can say this about myself just as easy. Most gamblers like to gamble because we want to gain income without having to fucking do anything for it. That's why we gamble, most of us. Okay? We want to win hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. And what's the appealing part? We're not sweating on a roof as a roofer. We're not actually doing a job. We're just gambling. And maybe we can hit the slot. Maybe we can win some money on craps. But it's not like work. So most gamblers are drawn to gambling because they want something for nothing. Now, if that hurts your feelings, sorry. But that's the truth. Okay? Gambling is really bad. It really is. When I first went to gamble for a living, it's because I thought, hey, let me see if I can do this for my job. It's not a real job. And I found out later it actually is. But most gamblers, that's really what they're after. Why do you think over and over and over people are trying to invent new strategies? Because they don't want to lose. They want to win money for doing nothing. And so I want to bring this back to gambling. Okay. All right. Now, 95% of everything John does, I'm going to agree with him. He's not stupid. John is very, very intelligent. He's got good content, great content. He's an awesome person. But from time to time, I see him do shit and it just bugs me. Just like other people. And I'm sure I do shit that bugs you. That's just the way it goes. But we're just talking gambling here. And I know for the past few days, he's sort of been in me and Dylan's ass because me and Dylan have sort of been in his ass. But it's not out of hatred, folks. I hate to bust your bubble. It's not a hatred thing. It's nothing like that. It's just ideologies coming together as a clash. What am I talking about? Well, one thing that got this whole damn thing started was when he was doing the Dallas drawdown. Okay? He sat here and had different ways that you can go across and get down to whatever your level is. If you want to bet 66 inside, 110 inside, whatever, a huge amount of money here, but you have to win 2 or 3, maybe even 4 times to get where you want to go. If you guys didn't see the episode, go back and watch it. I think it was 600, and he did it in quarters, something like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. He did it in quarters. So let me set this up for just a second. Now it got me and Dylan fired up. There's no doubt about it. And I'm not speaking for Dylan. Maybe I shouldn't even have brought him in it, but anyway. And then it was like this. Something like that. All right, like $640 or something across. What did he want to get to? He wanted to get to, I think, maybe 160 across. That's where he wanted to get to, is 160 across. Well, the thing that got me more than anything else was he said he sort of liked it. I sort of like this. I think this is cool. All right? And so where I came from is he says a lot of things like, hear my words, but most people don't hear words, they see actions. They can see you going, I think this is cool. All you got to do is say something's cool and then do it. They don't hear the rest of it. Safety, what you should do, shouldn't do. That ain't what they hear. So anyway, the whole thing on this Dallas drawdown was, okay, get a hit. All right, so let's say I think he had a 5, a 10, and an 8, or 5, 10, 6, something like that. So the $100 on the 5 paid him 100 and 40, I think. 125, 35, 40. but he's not to his 160 yet. So he comes down. Okay, this ain't winnings, but he comes down one level. Okay, something like that, whatever. Now you got like 480 across. Okay, you still got to get another hit somewhere up here so you can come down, you know, whatever, and be at your 160. You have to do 2, maybe 3 hits. I may be wrong about that, but it's multiple hits to get you where you want to go. Now, here's what me and Darlin were thinking. Oh my God, we were screaming and screaming and screaming. We're like, if you're going to be an idiot to start with, now, John didn't create this, so he's not the idiot of whom I speak. But if a person wants to load up here, but the strategy itself takes 2, 3, 4 times hit win to get you where you want to be free of charge. Well, if you're going to go balls to the walls like that, why wouldn't you go a few dollars higher, get 1 hit, and get where you are? So me and Darlin are talking to each other, and we're just screaming and texting. And that's where John first started getting upset with me and Darlin, because it didn't make any sense to us. You know, why would you like any strategy? Why would you even say it's cool? Why would you even show that when, if that's what you want, if you want to get to $110, inside, make your first one big enough to where your win is that, and then you're there. Risk that elephant graveyard once. You already got 600 some odd freaking crazy dollars out there. What's a few more dollars? Okay, we were trying to tell John that the best play is to do it where it's only 1 hit and get where you're at. Well, I don't think he liked that. And then there was a couple other things I'm going to get to here in a minute. And so it's just a difference of ideology here. Okay? And so now I get to talk to the rest of you. All right? Why do you think there's even YouTube channels out there that talk about gambling? Well, I can't speak for everybody else, but I damn sure can speak for me. If you go back to my very first video, very first one, all the way up to this, I'm always about safe, conservative. Even when I'm playing for a paycheck, it's not balls to the walls. Okay? There's no fun in it for me to go, well, I'm just going to go balls to the walls for the fun of it, because somebody's going to watch it and take it literal. That balls to the walls is the way to go. Now, when I said to him today that I think he does have some aggressive in him. I mean, now, I have never been able to see him gamble in person, and maybe he is the most conservative guy, but on his show, he don't talk that way. I mean, he says things like that, but then what he shows completely offsets what he says. And I think people are more visual, and so I sort of scream at the TV when he does it, and I always have. But people are visual. People, gamblers in general, are fucking degenerates, idiots. Most of them. Obviously, not everybody. Okay, so if you're not, don't get offended. Okay? So I have always taught safety, 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 conservative, conservative. Even if I show you something on my paycheck, if I get me a paycheck, it's over. Why? Because that is reality, my friend. You know, now I know John does a lot of entertainment, Let's do this for fun and this for fun just to see what would happen and all that good stuff. I don't even want to risk that. I don't like doing stuff for just fun. I'm going to show people the reality of it. Okay. Well, everybody don't have to think like me. I get it. All right. Everybody's not conservative like I am. You know, everybody's not as safe as they can be like I am. But when I see somebody teaching maybe something that's not good for them, yeah, I get ill. Not ill like he did something bad to me or another YouTuber did something bad to me. It's not that. It's just ideology in craps or gambling itself. Differences of opinion. Okay, that's where we're at. Differences of opinion. All right. Now, when I do what I'm going to do for a paycheck here in a little bit, he did one more thing that just added to what I just said before. Okay, and it's not about let's blast John. It's just these are the examples that I can give you. But I have had many people email me and stuff and ask me the same stuff that he does. And it's I don't get it. I know there's one guy that he gets into it with. I won't name his name on this show, but you know, he said, "Hey, dude, you don't know how to do basic math," because his basic question today, and John did correctly here, his basic question is, why do you have to be so big on the money? And the answer is, if you're going to do paycheck, that's how you do it. You can't make a paycheck at $10 and $15 at a time. You cannot. You'll get killed. You have to have a bigger bankroll. And John was trying to explain that to the guy, but I don't guess the guy understood it. Okay? It's a pretty simple concept. You want to win more, bring more. So, but I think sometimes, either for entertainment value or whatever, he'll press something or go for the wall or go for the gusto or whatever. I've seen some paychecks where paycheck days, that he would have won money, but he actually had to enter into his computer a loss because he's a little bit too aggressive. And that's what I said. And so I see that, and I go, God, that's why, John, I'm talking to you, that's why you get guys like me and dialing, screaming, and text. It doesn't make any sense, okay? All right, so let me even go. There's so much chat going on, I'm not going to be able to get to it all. So, hello, dialing. AZ, Victor, Demon Dog. I'm just going to go and look at you. I'm not reading anything. I might have to wait. So Skill says, you didn't fully understand where John was coming from at the time. That's okay. I know he explained it in more detail to you later, whatnot. I'm just going by what I saw. And at the time, me and you I called you, and we were like, what the hell is he doing? And so I'm not holding any punches here. I love John. But that particular move, and one I'm going to show you, hey, I'm going to speak my mind, and I'm not going to backpedal off of it. Everybody knows me. I'm not backpedaling off of nobody. Okay? Anyway, let's see here. Angel, AZ, Mid-Atlantic. I'm glad all y'all are here, and I don't mean this to be a bummer, but I was going to do a Ken Unfiltered. This is where I usually do the unfiltered part. But I thought, no, I still need to make a paycheck today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Waylon's, lay the 4, do the point. Now, John likes to do the pass line for his reason. That's fine. That part, I don't care. Okay? You do what you want to do. And the truth of the matter is, y'all, here's another hard truth. I have no dog in the hunt in any of y'all's gambling life. The truth of the matter is, I should not give a crap one way or the other about any gambler at any time for any reason. I got my own life to do, my own gambling thing to do, and I really shouldn't care. My problem is I do. My problem is I do care, and I am trying to better people and not make them so stupid. I think that's what most of us that have a YouTube channel are trying to do, is educate people so they're not such degens, man. But I still believe it's a lost cause in the end. I really do. We can try, but I don't think it's going to matter in the end, because human nature is human nature. So anyway, we're going to do the delay, the 4, and we'll place the point. And there's going to be a time I'm going to get there where John did something, and I told him in the text, when I do it, he's going to remember it. All right? And again, I'm not blasting poor John, but I mean, it makes a point for everybody. Okay? I'm making a point and generalize it to it might have happened on John's show. Maybe John did some or said something because I watched it. But believe me, I'm going out to everybody that might think that. Okay? All right. Here we go. Let's go ahead and grab us a point. I'm still going to make a paycheck. All right. There's a 10. Points at 10. So we're going to cut. And by the way, I don't even have 5 this time. 45. I got 4,600, I think. So let's go ahead and place it. Or buy the 10. There's a 5. We don't have it. So we go up. Okay, there's the 10, there's the point. At 50 now becomes 100 minus VIG. Alright. Now, I will say this. At one point, I think this is even more than the Dallas drawdown thing. I don't really care that much about that one. But this is what was said. He says, I don't have the bankroll for it, but I'm going to start it out at $400 or $500 level. Why? Because I don't like those little wins. Now, it's one thing winning $5 at a time, but he says, I don't necessarily like the little wins. It's a grind. It takes too long. Now, I will admit that chapped my ass. It just did. Why? Why did that chap my ass? I understand if you want to come out with 500, you better have 5 times that bankroll. Well, he didn't. Okay? But when he said grinding that little, it's I don't think he said boring or whatnot. He just don't like grinding out that kind of small win, and that's not really small. I mean, really, let's look at it real quick. All right, I got a full rack. I'm actually up $100 for just screwing around. Okay, $100. Well, if a person don't like a $25 win, let's say I had the 9 covered, okay, and the 9 hit, I'm going to win $35. Okay, in a very few minutes. Now, folks that don't like a $35 grind, or if you've got your 100 over here and you're going to win 50 minus VIG, well, that's just really not enough. I don't like, small potatoes. I don't like grinding. I don't like those wins. So let's do this. Let's go balls to the walls. And let's do 500. If you have 5 times the bankroll, then it is exactly the same as putting 100 down there. I think he touched on that today. Okay, that I think somebody that was watching him couldn't understand the ratio concept. It's just a color chip. It doesn't mean anything. This thing goes up and down based on what you play. Okay. But at 500 here, it's not a $5,000 bankroll. It's 5 times higher. That thing has to go huge, huge. And another reason why you might not want to start out that way is if you have a bad run. A 4 comes. If you have, let's do this. Watch this. I got a 4 out there. Let's say I hit a 4 right this second. Right this second. I think this is why Waylon designed it this way. And it gets hit. I've lost 100. Okay, I can come back out there with 2. Now 2 is a unit, right? And another 4 comes. Shit. Okay? And so I've lost that. Now let's say I go up to 3. And the unthinkable happens, and I get another 4. In 3 rolls, I lost 3, 4, 5, $600 in 3 rolls. Okay? Versus 500. I lose. Okay, now I got to go to 6. That's a 5. I lose. Now I got to go to 7. And I lose. The same 3 that I lost before. I'm out 600 the other way. This way, there's 7. Which I'm sorry. 7, 10. Let's spread it out here. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I'm down $1,800 versus 600. So this is what I want people to be careful of. Your bankroll is designed for a specific bets. Get that in your head. A bankroll is designed for specific bets, not going up on a whim. Okay? You don't just try it because. You just don't. Everything I try to teach is about reality at all times. At all times. Okay? Maybe I'm too goddamn serious. I may be. I'm very passionate about this safety shit. Okay? Now, again, you got 15, 20 grand. It's no different than you having 5. But if you don't, and you just feel froggy, and you want to come up 5 times just because it's going to win more money and you don't have to grind so hard, bad move. Okay? Bad move. Alright. So, we are up 100. Let's continue. Let's make my paycheck now. There's a 9. Place it. Okay, there's a 12. That's meaningless. Let's go up. I would be at 600 right now. There's the 7 out. Okay, I lose 50. I win 100. Minus VIG. And one more thing I'm going to say about this. And then I'm going to shut up and just make money. In the very beginning of this, 100 lay, and let's say the green, and you win 35 bucks. $35. To hear somebody tell me that ain't enough, I don't like grinding for chump change or whatever, I don't get it. Because here I want to break this down for you. Let's say that you are a lawyer and you make $200 an hour. All right. $200 an hour divided by 60 minutes. You make $3.33 a minute. Really, in reality, I've rolled maybe 5 minutes. Let's times that by 5 minutes. A lawyer in that same 5 minutes made $16.65 an hour, which represents $200 an hour. He made $16.65 in 5 minutes. That represents $200 an hour. Okay. For anybody listening to me right now, and say a $10 win, a $12 win, a $15 win is too slow, it ain't enough, stay the fuck out of a casino. You don't have the grasp, man, that it takes to gamble. And I'm talking to everybody right now. You don't got it, man. You're going to get whacked. All right? Because 35 bucks $35 in 5 minutes. Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. We go up, what, 7 times? It's $245. Right? $35 in 5 minutes is $70 in 10 minutes. It's $140 in 20 minutes. It's $280 in 40 minutes. You catch my drift here? The lawyer his job makes $16 in 5 minutes, $200 an hour. That $35 in 5 minutes represents $300, $400, $500, $600 an hour. Are you people out of your mind? That you can't grind, or you don't like that's too small? You don't know how much that chaps me when I hear that. Now, granted, you guys ain't lived a life like I have, and you don't have a clue. I get it, and maybe I shouldn't be so upset about it. And again, I shouldn't even care. That's the truth, man. I shouldn't even care. But I do. So anyway, that might be enough of that for a while. I just want people to be realistic with gambling. That's why my shows are realistic. That's why all my videos are realistic. It's true shit. Not pie in the sky. Not let's have some fun. Gambling ain't fun, man. Not unless you're one of those, like I described before. You got thousands of dollars and you don't give a crap one way or another. That's fine. That's great. Most of us don't think that way, though, right? All right. Let's win a paycheck. I'm already up. Well, I'm probably up 150. So here we go. There's an 8. Okay, there's a 4. Now we got to come back out with a couple here. I'm going to go up here. Here we go. There's a 9. Let's go up to level. That's actually level 1, level 2. We're working on possible level 3. There's the 7. We ain't going to get to it. $75 we're going to lose. We're going to win a measly 150 here. Okay, I'm always going to look at my rack. See where we are. So, yeah, we went down a little bit but we lost, but we're still up $125. So safety dictates come right back out at base level. There's a 5. Okay, there's an 8. Don't have one. And by the way, I think, and for all the reasons that Waylon probably built this thing, I like this a lot. Yeah, you have to have a bankroll, but anything you do to make a paycheck, you got to bring some money. I'm sorry, we just talked about that. You got to do it. But it's so simple. And really and truly, as long as the fours don't overpower you, which they can. I had a guy text me just right before I went live, and was talking about one of my videos. He goes, yeah, well, you can get your ass beat with this strategy. Wake up, bub. Any strategy can kick your ass. Let's be real. Any of them, okay? But this one here has some fight to it. There's another 4. So this is not good on the 4, but I believe she's got some fight. So now we're going to come up to 4. That's going to be level 1 now. Okay, there's the 7. That's too bad. So we lose 100. We win 2. All right. So we're going to drop it down to level 3. I think I can probably do that. All right. Let's get us a point. There's a 5 right back on it. Okay, there's a 9. Don't have one. Let's go up. So this is actually level 2. There's a 10. That's level 3. Now I think I even heard Waylon say you can pretty much stop. You don't have to go to 5 if you don't want to. There's a 6, but I am. There's another 6. Now we're going to stop it right here. So we're at 175 here. We're at 7 there. There's an 8. We need a 7 or a 5. There's a 9. We're maxed out at level, so we don't have to come back. There's a 6. There's a 4. That hurts. We're at 7. I'm going to go up to 8. God, I'm rolling the 6s, ain't I? There's an 8. I'm going to leave it alone here and just let it do its thing, man. There's an 8. I'm up to level 8. There's the 5. There's $200. So 140 and 140 is 280. Okay. Let's go ahead and come down. Well, actually, we have to wait till a new point. So I'm gonna bring this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're gonna bring this down to 7. There's a yo 11. We got to get a point. There's a 10. Okay, we wouldn't mind seeing another 10 right about now. There's a 6. And I'm choosing to keep the levels from climbing because I'm in recovery right now. There's a 3. There's a 5. Now, that might not necessarily be how Waylon would do it, but there's the 7 out. So we're going to lose 175 there. 7, 7 is 350. We're going to gain 350. Again, minus the big. Now I'm going to drop this thing back down to 5. There's a 7. That's worth 250. Okay, let's come down to 4. I'm trying to reduce my risk without having to keep going too high. 4s are starting to hit. You got to sort of use your head. But I'm sort of laddering it back down instead of going back up because I am in recovery. Now, I guess you could do it any way that you want to, but you still want to be as safe as you can, even though you get up there pretty high, in my opinion. There's a 6. So we're going to go with 100 here. Now, I've been rolling a lot of 6s, so now we're going to go ahead and come up just a little bit. There's 1. There's 1 1/4. There's a 9. Let's go up 1. Let's go up 1 here. Now we're about 6 right there. There's a 2. Okay, let's hang tight right there for a second just to see. There's an 8. There's another 9. Now, I was rolling 6s like crazy just a minute ago. There's a yo 11. There's a 3. There's another 3. There's a 2. There's the 7. All right, so we're going to lose 175 here. I'm going to win another 350 here. Okay. Let's check the rack. Get my rack square. So I'm up here about level 6, level 7 somewhere, but I'm still at $100 profit. I ain't gained nothing because the 4s have popped me fairly well. But it doesn't mean I got to stay up there like that. I'm not going to do level 1. I'm going to come back down to probably level 2. And see what happens, but there's no reason, me being in profit, that I have to stay up that high. Now, obviously I could, and then if I get a hit, I'm fine, but it's all about reducing that risk if the 4s start going haywire on you. You see what I mean? Like that. There's the 4. Because I regressed that, because I was in profit, I didn't get spanked for another 7. Are you with me? But the 4s are definitely popping. So we'll go up to 3. Way more than they should. They're outpacing the 7s right now. 5 is the point. There's a 9. That's actually level 1 again. There's a 7. Lose 100. Win 2. Let's go back out at level 2. There's a 7. That didn't hurt us none. Okay. Looking at the rack. I'm still back up to 100 profit. So let's just come back down to square. And a 4. Wouldn't you know it? Yeah, they just don't want us down there. There's an 8. This is going to be a longer video. Sorry. We got to get there if we can. There's a 7. Lose 50. Win 100. I'll lose 50 and win 100 all day long. Another 8. There's an 8. That's only $29. So I'll go 30. Well, I don't even have 1, so we have to. Now, that being said, you can easily, when they're 6s and 8s, go ahead and cap it. $30. You can make everything easy that way. So that's okay. There's a 7. That's worth 50 more. That's a 6. So let's just go ahead and do that. I mean, that's 6s and 8s. You should go ahead and cap them. Okay, there's a 9. Let's go up. There's another 9. Let's go up. We're at level 3. There's a 4. Boy, oh boy, we're having a struggle today. Level 3, let's come back out to 4. Yeah, 6 is still the point. There's an 8. This will be level 1. There's a 9, level 2. There's a 5, level 3. There's a 12, level 4. There's 8. So we're at level 5. So we'll just hang tough at level 5. See what we can work out. There's a 3. There's a 5. 6 would be actually pretty nice right about now. There's a 9. Another 9. Another 9. Ah, that's 3 9s in a row. Need a 6. I was banging. There's a 4. I was banging 6s out like right and left. All right. This is not good right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is not good. We're at level 8. We're going to fix to go to level 9. We're going to have to cap it probably at level 10. Just because. There's 9. And we got to go 9 times 30. 270. Still on the 6, right? The 4 is what hit us. So we're at level 9. 6 is still a point. And there's a 6. So 250, 60, 270. It's 315. Now we gotta see if this thing can come back. I think it can, but this is about as far as I've ever been with it, to be honest with you. Lord help you if you'd have started at 500 bucks. Just saying. Let's see here. So we're at level 9. Let's just drop to level 8. 7 would be nice here. That damn 6 again. Okay. We're at 8. 240. There's that 9 again. There's a 10. There's an 8. Another 4. Well, folks, this may be the day that this thing gets hit. So I'm going to go back out at level 10. Yeah. $300 here. To prove that anything can be beat, here it is. I ain't beat yet, but I can't take another one. So it's went to its max. 4s are just really outpacing. Okay, there's a 2. I'm just going to keep it at 10. There's a 9. There's a 7. So you lose 3 here. You win 5. Okay. Just keep it right there. There's a 7. That 10 gives us 5. Okay, keep it there. We've lost so much in a row, you're sort of forced. There's another 7. See, the 7s are trying to come back, but that's another 5. Okay, let's go ahead and bring that down by a couple. Yeah, this is virgin territory even for me on this one. Yeah, let's do 8. We'll do level 8 here. There's another 7. There's 4 freaking 7s in a row. That's worth 4. Well, the 7s are tying with the 4s. They're just coming in one shot. So now let's check everything. Okay, I'm still down, so we're going to go to level 5. Okay, there's a 9. That should be actually a good number for me. 9, that's 125 at level 5. Okay, there's a 5. Let's go up 1. Let's go up 1. There's a 9. Okay, so 150. $210. Like so. Okay, let's go ahead. Come on down. Back to 5. There's a 7. That's worth 250. Go to 4. There's a 9. There's a 6. There's a 7. So we lose $1.25 here. We get 250 here. Let's see where we're at, y'all. And I haven't been, I'm going to have to probably go back and read those chats. I'm sure everybody's screaming at me amongst yourselves. I get it, but let's see where we're at. All right, let's put about 100 in here. I need another 25 there. Let's get 4 more there, and I need about 25 reds. I think we're there, boys and girls. Okay, so I put the reds back. My rack is back to $2,400, $4,500, $4,600. It was work. I'm sitting here sweating my ass off like a whore in church. But there's 350. You know, there's some vig in there, but I think we get the point. I just took Waylon's strategy to the brink. Probably didn't do it exactly like he would do it, and I didn't do it on purpose. I was just trying to be safe as I could. But, I mean, we were up, man. We were up to level 10. Level 10 at 500, well, you can calculate it. So 350. Let's do a paycheck, man. Let's get some envelopes out, by God. 350. So 350, we put 150 in the bank. We're now 40 and 0. Or 40 and 1, I'm sorry. I'm putting 150 in the bank. So day 40 represents 2 weeks. Can you believe that? 40 days. It's 5 days a week times 4 weeks is 20 days. 40 days. We just completed our second virtual week. Okay, I know it's been 40 weeks for me or whatever, but there you go. 40 and 1. We got 49.75 that we have put in the bank. So there's 150 of the 350. So that leaves us 200. We're going to put 150 in the savings account. So that's 150. That's 3. And I'm only going to put $50 in the fund money because I went down that 5,000 before. About one more time, I can probably put that 5 back. So we still got $2,385 in the fund money. So we've accomplished a couple things. We hit paycheck. It was a dogfight. There ain't no doubt about it. If Waylon, if you're on here watching, that scared you, no. But it's still undefeated. I still like it. You're gonna have times when bad happens. There's no doubt about it. But when it started happening to me, I still felt that it has fight. That's what you want to look for in a strategy. You have to have the bankroll to be able to fight and let it work its way. It did. It got us to the brink. I think I might have had you know, $1,000 left. But then some sevens started coming, just like the fours did. You could say, well, Ken, you got lucky on the sevens. Well, how about reverse it? I got unlucky on all the fours. Take your pick. That's how it rolls. Okay? So it fought its way back, and I'm glad for that. So we hit a paycheck. And before I go look at some of these chats, y'all, please know that all you subscribers are valuable to me. I appreciate everybody watching, even before I go see if I got blasted. I really don't care if I did, but, you know, I'm sitting here sweating in this hot box of a room up here under 2 lights because I care. Okay? If I didn't care so deeply about this stuff, then I wouldn't be doing any videos. I wouldn't care what anybody does, anybody says. But most of the people watching me, Waylon, John, they're wanting truly to get better. They're wanting truly to understand. And at least for me, from the get-go, I wanted to be the most transparent, truthful, in-your-face motherfucker ever to be on the face of YouTube. I wanted to be the most real in all things, including this rant. I want you to be better. Okay? John, I love you, man. Don't ever think I don't. Just some ideology things that a lot of people were on, and I'm not going to go back down that road again. I love you. You are a great, great human being. I mean it. And, but I just felt it was time to, let's get real again. Let's get real again with gambling. Okay? Let's get back down to brass tacks in our shows. Okay? If I want to have a fun show, I will create a fun show. I will say from the get-go, we're just going to have fun. Don't listen to anything I say or do anything I do. We're just going to have fun. There could be times that I could have a video like that. But if I'm doing a paycheck or if I'm doing a video, it's because it's reality. I want reality, and that's the only way you rookies or people that are trying to get better are truly going to get better, is if you don't see mistakes, or if you don't see a greediness, or if you don't see aggressiveness. If you see aggressive, you're gonna like it. It's like a drug, man. Oh man, I just won $8 billion up here. Man, you don't see the nasty. But anyway, I thank everybody. I'm gonna scan it just a little bit, and I'm gonna get out of here because I'm sweating to death. There's just so much of it, man, that I can't. What do you say, Waylon? I do love you, and I do get you more than you think I do. As a person, I get you, John, more than you think I do. As a human being, I understand you just fine. Do I get you as a gambler? Maybe not. Maybe I don't. And that's fine. I can take that. All right. Well, y'all, it'll take me forever to go read all that. I'm going to have to read it when it's transcribed to me tomorrow. But that's it, man. That's one of, I got to have one of these every once in a while. I got to get things that build up on my chest. I got to get them out. I can't help it. That's just how I'm built. But anyway, I do appreciate you guys, whether you believe me or not. John, I love you, and you don't have to believe me. I don't give a shit. I do. You don't think I do? You don't think I get you? That's fine. I don't care. I do care, but if that's how you feel, I'm just telling you, I know you better than you think I do. But anyway, y'all, thanks for being there. I think there was 24 of you. I don't know how many eventually got there, but I thank you, everybody. I'm going to kill the feed now. And until the next time, y'all, be great. Maybe if I can kill the feed. There we go. Be great.